Got a pounding headache? Try new Whamoprin. That's right, just one of these will stop that pounding headache. I don't feel a thing. Whamoprin. Give it a whack.
Oh, my Lord.
Everything in Return to Zork is this.
Yep.
This.
All of it. Full motion video. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Play Retro. That's right. This is Play Retro. We talk about old video games, and we discuss them at length here on the show. I'm one of your hosts, Scott Johnson, and every time I visit the great underground empire, I always find this place kind of dingy and disgusting. Maybe Morpheus did it. Not the one in the Matrix, the other one.
Oh.
Anyway, there's puzzles to solve, stuff to click, and grainy video cutscenes to watch. So get in, losers. We're going north.
North.
That's an old Zork reference. So you go north.
It is by the White House.
Yeah.
You go north or something.
right.
And I'm your other host, Brian Dunaway. And this guy keeps asking me if I would like some rye. And insisting that, of course I do. But I have questions. So I'm feeding his plant 151 proof of jacked up, full motion video juice that may or may not get me out of here. Zorks! That rye farmer just drank himself into a fetal position. Time to pilfer this bum's most valuable possessions. I got nothing but beard lice. Zorks again!
Take it again, Zorks.
Yeah. Zorks!
That was great. You had me at, where was it? I really liked how you said it.
Ryan.
Where is
Of course I do.
Oh, pilfer this bum. That's what you.
Yeah, pilfer this bum.
Pilfer
Yeah.
the bum. You had me at pilfer the bum.
Yeah.
I know. We know bum is not. You don't say that anymore about people.
Right.
But keep in mind, bums were closer to hobos. We're not talking about the homeless. We're talking about bums and hobos. They have magic powers, and they travel on purpose. They choose to be on that train, and they cast spells on you. That's different than just somebody down on their luck or needing some help with their homeless situation. Bums and hobos. They got magic trinkets and shit.
I was referring to his butt.
Yeah, his bum.
But whatever.
His
if you feel
bum.
like you must explain the other, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta explain it. They're very tramp adjacent. That's correct, Arthur. Not tramp, not like tramp stamp.
Not like Lady and the Tramp.
No, that's the spaghetti problem right there.
Yeah, the spaghetti problem.
Y'all, welcome to the show. We got a lot to talk about. I wanted to mention something I'm pretty stoked about. I finally, you know what a giant Advance Wars fan I am, right, Brian?
I've heard that.
I love it. I play it all the time. I'm always going, you know what I want to do again? Play Advance Wars again. 1 and 2. Let's go. I haven't replayed like the DS game and all that stuff, but the original GBA, the 2 games that came out on GBA are some of my favorite things ever, and I just love them. They really are. I think they're the primordial ooze that finally put me on the path of loving turn-based strategies and tactics games.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I just felt like I could never quite get into them the way I did with that. And since then, I love them all. So I'm all about it. And I finally caved. I found a physical copy of Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot or reboot camp or whatever they call it.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Yeah. I think it's reboot. Something reboot something. Is it camp? I
think it's reboot, like boot camp. Like
right.
Frick. I'm gonna find it and make sure.
Trust me, it's the most recent thing. Advance Wars 1 and 2, now available for the Switch, right?
Reboot camp. Yeah, it came out for the Switch. What, last year, 2 years maybe ago, something like that.
Yeah.
It took them a while because the war in Ukraine delayed it. Funny enough,
right?
I think what they did is they went back and before they sent it out and said, "Here you go, this is it." I think they went and made everything as toy-like as humanly possible.
Make it funnier.
Make it more like kids playing on a board. Literally, there's this wooden board. At some points, this is cardboard. This thing you're on.
Yeah.
These little tanks and stuff. See if we can get a.
Get it.
Get to where they're close up here. Hold on. Come on, you bastard! I don't want to look at all of this.
Hey, look at it.
I don't want to. Maybe this is it.
Look at it.
Is this it? Yeah. Look. Oh, it's going really fast. They turned up the speed. But anyway, and which you don't have to do. It can be normal speed. But the little army dudes are big-headed, bobble-headed dudes. Your tanks are like plastic and shiny, all that. But the core of the game is still 1 and 2 with some nice quality of life changes. And it is, even if you don't love the toy graphics, I personally do. I think it adds a lot of charm to it. and I've been playing the living shit out of this. So I just wanted to throw it out there. If you are like me and you're a fan of the old stuff, good news. They did right by these, I think. They did a good job.
We had a good episode on that, of the original.
Oh, yeah.
I think last year, right? When about the time it came out.
About the time this was coming, or maybe they hadn't announced it and we were mad because they hadn't.
Because I never played it much before you were like, that's my favorite game. I love it so much. And I was like, wow, all right, fine, let's check it out.
Yeah. I just love it so much. Oh, my gosh.
It was good. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Massive fan.
I'm a fan now.
Yeah, and I like all these games that kind of are like it, too. One other quick note before we get to what you got up to this week.
Yes.
We have a listener of this show and many shows. He's at your streams all the time. He's at my streams. He's kind of Frog Pants guys on your Discord.
He's on our Discord.
All that stuff. His name is Burrell Jeff Smith. Sorry, Burrell Jeff Miller. I don't know why I said Jeff Smith. He goes by the name Essential Tremors. He's also in our World of Warcraft core guild, I believe. Anyway, he has gone kind of missing / silent for a couple of weeks now, a little too long, and there was talk that he maybe had an appointment, like a doctor's appointment, that sounded routine. But anyway, that's the last time anybody's had any real contact with him. And I've already done this on TMS and Monday show, I think. Want to give it one last blast and let people know that if you know him or have communicated with him before and have any other way of maybe getting in contact with him, could you DM me or Brian? And there are a few other in the community who are also kind of heading this up. And if you don't know who they are, we'll take care of it. But just DM us in Discord or an email or whatever you got to do. We're not trying to do anything weird here. We just want to be able to reach out and do a wellness check on this guy.
Yeah, it wasn't uncommon for him to be offline for a couple of days, but this is too long.
It's way too long, and we don't
way too long.
We don't want to assume anything, but we also don't. We're a community for a reason.
Yeah,
so everybody,
we love all of our members.
Yeah, everybody's looking out for each other. We'd like to see if we can figure out what's going on with Burrell. So if you guys know anything at all, any little info would help. Like maybe you know what zip code he's in, or maybe you know what his phone number is because you've talked to him before. Or
I was digging through all my direct messages with him on Discord, and I was just trying to find him. I was like, oh, did I ever?
I got nothing. I've talked to him too, and I got nothing, man.
Yeah,
because you never do normally. It's like we're talking about stuff. We're never going, all right, give me all your info while we're here. We never do that.
Oh, come on, give me all your info so I can know where you live. Come on, give me it.
Exactly. So if any of you know anything, I think he lives in California, right? Let's see.
That I believe
that is correct. I think
the assumption.
Yeah, I think the last time anyone knew anything, he lived in California. That's all we really know. So that's a big state, the biggest in the union, in fact. So. It's no easy task to try to narrow this down, but if you know Burrell or if you know him by Essential Tremors, just let us know. Let's see if we can find out what's going on.
Let's locate him.
Brian, what's going on with you this week?
Hey, I've continued my adventures of Commodore VIC-20. As a matter of fact, it's right behind me. Look at that. It's right back there. So ever since we did the episode on Gorf. And I played it on my VIC-20. And we discovered there was something called Miss Gorf. So there was a project in progress called Miss Gorf, and Miss Gorf is where I was looking for. You'll know why I said that in a second, because we talked. I did some research and stuff, and the developer said that they had written Miss Gorf to a certain point using Forth. That's a programming language. And I was like, okay. And I was like, but it's kind of lost the ages. I'm like, oh, we still got plenty of access to old hardware and stuff. What do you mean? We could take a peek at it, right? But it was just act like it was just gone forever. And I was like, well, what is this fourth language?
Whoa!
So I went on the internet, on the eBays, and Human Engineering, I believe was a human engineering software, I believe, made these carts back in the day as Hess Vic Forth. And it's a programming language. You can essentially stick this card in there, and I see why. After I started digging through how this works, is kind of like writing your own program language. So, look at that. So I learned something, because I was all like, oh, shut up. Just give us the code. We'll fix it up. And I was like, oh, you can't. It's kind of like, how do you play baseball? Well, you can't really know until you play it. So I played baseball, but also while I was doing that, I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get myself the matching HES monitor. So this is MON, and it allows you to get into the projects I've been working on. I've been doing these 8-bit computer clubs on Friday because I'm writing or trying to learn to write my own game, develop my own game for 8-bit systems.
What are you going to call it?
And I haven't decided. I don't even know what the game mechanics are going to be yet. I'm still in the earliest planning phases and understanding my workflow of how I'm going to do this, because I'm going to do it in assembly. I'm doing it in assembly, and this is what this HES monitor is going to kind of lets me fiddle fart around with getting into that. It's not going to be great for doing the complete program, but it's helping me learn along the way how all the memory stuff and operation codes, the 6502, which also led me to a great channel. I meant to write it down, but there's a guy on YouTube, and he does NES development, and they both use the Commodores and the NES and Super NES and a bunch of other systems all use the 6502 architecture. So you kind of get like this base understanding of assembly language that you can write with and learn. So if you learn all that low level shit, might be able to do something with it. So I'm looking and playing around, having a good time. I even got an instruction manual. Surely I can learn all of it in this pamphlet.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this pamphlet. But I love these carts, man.
You know what I love? By the way, you bring back a memory about my dad all the time, because he also pronounced it pamphlet with a P, with double
Pamphlets?
P's. Yeah.
Pamphlets.
Because here I always was taught it's pamphlet.
Right.
But you say pamphlet, and my dad said pamphlet. So you're like my dad in the one way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
you know how it is, man. Oh,
yeah.
Also, got I don't want. Do you guys just want to see? You just guys want to see? I got in the Switch 2 Virtual Boy. It's still in the box. I haven't taken it out. I've opened the outer box so I can show you what it looks like, but I haven't taken it out of this packaging. Is probably what I need to say. So hold on a second. Let's just take a look at it real quick.
Okay. I like taking a look at things, and whatever it takes to get them, I'm here for it.
It just released this week.
Yeah.
So I got it in this week.
All right.
I think the pre-orders. Nintendo does a pretty good job with their pre-orders.
Yeah, they do.
And so it got shipped out, and it was arrived right on time. But look at this.
Oh, you ended up getting that. Yeah, I was really curious about the Virtual Boy add-on thing. I'm very curious about it.
So they got Virtual Boy games on the store.
Mm-hmm.
So this is supposed.
By the way, that Wario game on there, which I assume is on there.
Yeah, the Wario game is supposed to be great.
Fantastic game. It, in its own right, does not need this dumb setup or the red graphics or any of that to work. It would have been a great game on its own. So just putting that out there. Yeah, look at that. You're going to try all this out? Put that on your head and go to town?
That's what I'm hoping for. Do you actually put these on your head? I always thought they was like a little stand.
You're right. You put your face in it. You don't actually wear it.
You put your face in it. But yeah, I think I've seen people I've seen people reviewing it on YouTube. Yeah. And they're trying to figure it out, and they're holding it like a big old, like a Viewmaster or something. I'm like, I never had one, but I don't think that's how that worked.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. You're not supposed to wear it. You're supposed to do it like Spock checking the scanners.
Yeah. That's right. But I don't know, because I wasn't 100% sure, but I knew with the way they were doing it wasn't right. I don't know if I can do it more righter, but I knew they weren't doing it right.
And they were putting, when he used to do that on the show, it would do a lot of flashing, and I always expected him to lift his head and go, "Captain, I now have epilepsy. Thank you so much for
I always expected DeForest Kelly to DeForest Kelly going that
DeForest.
Yeah, that's what I said. DeForest Kelly. I'm sticking with it. I always expected him to draw like some markers or something, like doing one of those practical jokes where he's in there and I was like, oh no, when he comes
that'd be great.
Black makeup on his eyes.
Yeah, with like big circles around his eyes. That'd have been perfect.
DeForest Kelly.
I like it. Deforest. That's what you need to do when we get too many trees.
Yeah,
you got to deforest. Well, anyway, that's awesome. Nice pickups this week. That's great.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, we all got something new, it sounds like, which is kind of cool.
Right.
Let's talk about the game that we're covering today, and we'll do it with style.
Shall we play a game?
We sure shall. It is called Return to Zork. Yeah, you heard
Zork.
me. Zork is, of course...
What does Zork stand for?
I don't remember.
Nothing.
Does it? Okay.
No.
I never remember if it stands for anything. Clearly, it does not. It is. Return to Zork has a massive underground following. All right, you might think, well, no, Zork is all about the text entry and the text-only adventure stuff back in the day, and you'd be right, and it certainly helped pioneer all that. But there are people who firmly believe that Zork, or Return to Zork, the 1993 full-motion video-heavy game, which fits in with our full-motion video February.
Yeah.
Having
a good time.
It's a weird one, and people like it. It's considered a classic. We're not just covering it because it's FMV. It's actually considered good. So
yeah, it's considered good, and it's also, some people get angry about it. Of course, some people are Zork text adventure purists.
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to see anything in Zork. They would tell you.
Yeah, they would be outraged that you would dare Activision come along and pick up Infocom and do what Bobby Kotick does so well. Just
was he there then? Was Kotick there then? I don't remember.
I think that's how it went down. So Infocom had kind of, waned, because they hadn't done much, and Activision had picked them up. I think this was at that same time, and they wanted to bring back some of the properties and squeeze as much juice as they could out of Infocom, for they basically just, but
Oh, you're right. 1990, he arrived there. Purchased a controlling stake in Activision, then called Mediagenic. In December of 1990, he officially became the CEO in February 1991. So depending on how you want to frame it, it's either 90 or 91. He stayed for 32 years until stepping down on December 23rd after Microsoft acquired all that stuff.
If you like business, he is a hero. If you like people, he is a villain.
Yeah. If you like at least the appearance of great success, you probably like Bobby Kotick. If you like,
there's nothing wrong with that, because the company is there to make money, right?
But a lot of his shit is just luck and timing. I'm telling you. You can sing the praises of CEOs all day. People can do that. The truth of the matter is, it's almost never them. It's the people that work there.
Situations, right?
And they just happen to be the head of it. And it's kind of, CEO culture is weird. We put them on a pedestal they don't actually deserve. It's annoying.
No, we should have put his face in Zork, and then we could have Zorked him up really good.
Yep. Could have Zorked him right in the Zorker.
But, back before I got sidetracked on that. I apologize.
Yeah.
The original Zork text adventure was much beloved, and released. I think they released a source code for 1, 2, and 3, the original trilogies, last year. So
pretty recently, weirdly.
End of last year, 2025.
Kind of bad timing, honestly, because the ability for you to fire up any of the LLMs and just play a text adventure with any setting you want is already a thing you can do. And you kind of the open source, I can make my own Zork-like game. Well, now what's the point?
What do you think? What do you think would be weirder? So Zork is all of these. So being a text adventure with Zork, you could do really weird things that make sense in the written word. Take a real common running theme in the original Zork. If you make a mistake of going into an area where there is no light, you have no light source, then you're going to die by Gru, right?
Right.
And so that just means a creature you cannot see, you're going to die. That's just, you don't want to do that ever, ever, ever. And so they did that here too in Return to Zork. But anyway, there's all these weird things that they would do in Zork. And I'm curious if AI could be as weird, but also connected, because it's a real fine line what Zork does. This timeline they have, the structure they have, it's real loosey goosey. It's not like a Dune or something where it's like all these real set in stone politics and power struggles and stuff. There's some of that here in the original Zork, but most of it's just about having an adventure, right?
Yeah,
it's about
and it gets pretty goofy if you start thinking about it. Even the old Zorks, if you play the old original game, there are things in there that you are just using your imagination to fill in the gaps, and you're probably using whatever bent you have for fantasy or sci-fi or the combination of the two to kind of make it all work in your head. This game comes along and says, well, we're going to get visual with what this place is. And it caught a lot of people off guard because it's maybe not what they had in their head about the world or the way the world is built.
Yes.
Like it has elements of sci-fi, elements of fantasy, elements of dystopic ideas and stuff. And then some of it's just drug-filled weird. Like, you know what I mean?
Description. Yeah, it is. And it's partially because we've noticed this in a lot of the full motion videos we watch is you're trying to create something that is being rendered in a very small video format, but it's got to be able to register big, right? So you got to have your actors in just over the top, outfits. The scenes have to be over the top, and you can't even animate all of them. So you've got this weird, some of it's pre-rendered kind of 3D stuff, some of it's actual pictures and objects, and you kind of like just paste it all together, kind of like Monty Python kind of style, where it's like, somebody just cut these out of magazines and put stuff in here.
It's kind of gross, actually. It's not. Yeah. I'm not saying that it doesn't work in a retro way, because it does, and I think it's a very specific aesthetic. I've seen some newer games that try to kind of ape on this a little bit, and they're successfully doing it because people have some nostalgia for it. But if you really are being super critical about the art direction overall, it is a mad mix of weird paint. It is just a big old blender going.
And it feels very much, especially early on. So there's a couple of West Shansbar and East Shansbar. I think that's right.
You want to hear this king? I can make it sound.
Oh, you got. Oh, so is it the king or is it? Because I thought the wizard was the king at first. So is this the actual? Is this the actual king?
King, wizard, whatever he is.
Right.
There we go. Here he is.
And that's the only way to get out of there alive. I hope you remember that when the time comes.
Okay. That's great. Buddy.
So that's the orb, right? So there's a whole storyline. If you decide you want to read, there's a story here. And we won't get much into the story because it's way outside us doing this show, because it would take me an hour to give you all the little story beats. And we're probably gonna spoil a couple of things probably early in the game, but there are so many things to discover. I don't think we'll even cover even a little bit of it here, but we'll give some examples of some of the things you discover. And this is one of those games. It's a point and click game, somewhat. There's not a lot to click on, but there are interactable items. There's inventory that you can stack inventory, merge things. You've got an endless inventory, in which they kind of solved in a really unique way. But most of it is click on everything, right?
Yeah, just click it all until you figure the shit out.
Click everything. You can read. There's a manual. There's a story. They kind of lead you along. They give you some ideas. They actually even give you some ways that sounds like it'd be good in the game, and then just get you killed. You get killed a lot, so save often. That's the other thing too. You're going to save often. You're going to click on. Is this a Sierra game? Kind of felt like punishing that way sometimes.
It was very. By the way, this is a game where you can screw up so bad you can't finish it. That's a thing.
Yeah,
so
you could do it.
You want a difficult game of this genre? Hello, Return to Zork. You're hard.
Yes, and you're hard, and but you can always get through it. You forget that even in 93, which would have like you're probably this is 93, right? I think that's right. Yeah,
93, correct.
So you're probably rocking DOS 5, maybe even a little later than that, but not much more than that. You're really not in Windows 3.1. Is that out yet?
Windows 3.1 came out by then. Yeah,
you might have 3.1,
but you probably still booted into DOS. You
were probably definitely in DOS. You did have a CD-ROM though, a 1X CD-ROM. Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah. How fast is it going? The only speed that CD-ROMs go.
I still have my big fat 1X somewhere in a box.
Right.
I took it out of the drive, or it was an internal, right, in the case.
Yeah.
I took it out and kept it because I thought it would be cool to look at later, and now I'm glad I did, because that thing it'll probably never work again. Here's the difference between me and Dunaway, though.
Right.
I'm happy to say, look at that 1X over there. Anyway, move on.
Right.
Dunaway would be like, I'm making that work and putting 1,000 things on it.
I'm making it work, and we're gonna sit here patiently as we load up the oldest thing we can.
Yeah.
but so we're getting early CD stuff. We don't really have any real. We haven't really got into daughter cards and all that kind of stuff. But we kind of did. We're right on the precipice of some of that stuff. As a matter of fact, there's a version of Return to Zork that you could use it's called Real Magic, and it is it's an MPEG decoder card, and it is.
It's not from the real video people didn't make that, did they? Or did they?
I don't think. I think it's real. I don't think it's called Real Video. There may no. You're talking about Real REAL.
Yeah,
real. No,
okay.
no. I don't think they're related. I don't.
Because you remember that player, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. I definitely remember the Real Player.
What a piece of shit.
But this decoder
garbage
card
thing that was. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to be hesitant to say it made it a better game, but it.
I don't think it did.
It was a little better.
It's maybe a little better. I don't know about that.
Full rendering of some scenes that get cut, like I was talking about, like the teacher you run into. When you first see her, she's full motion. She's not full motion, but she's kind of full motion. Her full upper torso is moving.
It's mostly her. Yeah, it's like her. Yeah, it's like her torso. It's like her bust.
Her torso and up, and so she'll move around and talk and stuff, and then you like get into the actual interacting. So this is one of the things you do a lot of. You have to progress. You have to interact with characters in the game, and they have real actors too. By the way, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Some of them.
Yeah.
No, this guy right here is my favorite. Check him out.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, let's play this because this is the thing that I heard the most of from people. This is the sound bite that lives rent free in people's heads.
Yeah, I actually have it separated. Here, let me play right here. High quality one.
Want some rye? Of course you do.
You want some rye?
Yeah, want some rye? Of course you do.
Of course you do.
Now he's full. They really bought into this, guys. They got the full hillbilly rye farmer guy going on here. So the reason why people remember that so much, first of all, it's kind of hilarious. Secondly, you have to interact with him so many times because you got to get some spoilers. You got to get some keys from him, and there's multiple keys in this area, and so that caused me some confusion. But the point is, you have to figure out a way to drink his rye or salute with him and pretend you're drinking the rye till you drink booze. His name is Booze. B-O-O-S.
Oh yeah, his name is actually Booze.
This game is great.
Or Boost.
Boost. I think people call him Boost, but I call him Booze because that's obviously
the joke, right?
He's boozy, right? He's boozy. Come on.
The joke is that he's a boozer.
He's a boozer.
You want some rye? Of course you do.
So when you first play him, you kind of figure out every time I drink the rye, I pass out and I get dumped out of his house, and I'm not making any progress that way. So if you end up going to town, you'll find the mayor there, and there's a file cabinet. You can get in there and you can read about salute, and so you learn how to do it proper, and then you can go back to Booze Ridley. What's his last name? Anyway, you go back to Booze again, and you figure out that you can do a procedure of salute. So you have to he offers you the rye. You had the full cup of rye. You pour it into his plant. He doesn't see you. You initiate him to do a salute. He does, and you drink, and you do that like 4 times, and eventually he'll pass out and he'll drop some stuff. I think the first time he drops a flask, but if you ask him about keys, he'll end up giving you the keys when he is at the most drunk. And then you see where you're going down some steps right now in Boo's basement that get you to the other Shan's bar, the other side of town. So all paths lead through there. That's the last bit of spoilers I'm going to give you, people.
Yeah, go play this game yourselves.
As far as you get, that's pretty early on. If you can't get past that part anyway, you're pretty much going to be bored because there's not a lot before there.
Kind of agree. I kind of agree with that. I actually think that part of the problem with the game, if I'm going to have any criticisms,
right?
What little I did not get to play a ton. I was out of town all weekend. There was reasons, but what I did play felt uneven in pacing.
Right,
a lot of okay, and sit and do stuff. Oh, okay. Oh no, I'm making. Now I'm going to have to sit and poke this guy for 50 hours. I get what it's a genre problem. Some have fixed it better than others. Have done a better job with pacing with point and click games. Right. I don't think this game's got good pacing. I'm just going to put that out there.
And I don't think it's meant to because it can kind of lean a little bit as an excuse upon its roots, like Return to Zork and all the text parser games of the time. text parsing games were partially it was limitations.
Parsley.
On,
Did you say parsley?
I started to, and I was saying parse, and then I said,
it's all right.
and it's not deforestation Kelly, which I kept wanting to say earlier. I think
deforestation Kelly.
I think you're supposed to say deforest Kelly,
It's
not
deforest. Yeah,
deforest. It's not like where I keep wanting to stop, like deforestation.
I want you to keep doing it and never not do it. I'm not gonna lie.
Do it. All right. So anyway, back then, you only had so much, space to operate in, and you couldn't like write a whole bunch of things to answer every single possible thing someone could come up with. So these text parsers had to be a little bit, of this. It kind of worked in their favor. It elongated games. It created content that seemed like it was more robust than it really was, because most of it was you just guessing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, let's see if I can decrypt, because it's so rewarding when you finally get the thread. When you finally are like, oh, I got it now. Like, you'll just poke at everything. You're like, you'll just try anything about directions, try this, try that. All of it's just like, nothing happens. And eventually you remember some piece of dialogue from a previous conversation, and you pull on that thread, and next thing you know, you got a nice big old chunk of it. You're pulling it. You're like, yeah, I'm doing it good. And that's how these games lazily, they lazily kind of depend on that too, because let's face it, full motion video at this time, putting it to CD, you've only got so many options. You kind of make it somewhat like choose your own adventure, because there's going to be so many paths of information that you're going to have to. It's going to be difficult. And so if you make it too easy and not as obtuse, it's going to be a really short game.
Yeah, the Return to Zork speedrunning, I should say. Oh, you know what?
People love to speedrun this
I
thing.
thought I found it. Why can't I find it? Zork. Here we go.
Use Zork.
Return to Zork. That currently has the fastest time. Man, this is not a long game if you know what you're doing. Holy shit.
It is not.
This is the floppy 1.2 version.
Oh, yeah. There is a floppy version. I played the CD-ROM version. I'm not insane.
CD-ROM version will take you longer. I can tell you that. About double. Yeah. But the fastest on floppy is, here it is, 9 minutes, 27 seconds. This was achieved by a dude in Canada.
Yeah.
And then the fastest speed on a CD-ROM version of the game was Liz Star in the US, 19 minutes, 24 seconds. So it is a short game if you know the path of least resistance. You just go. Like a lot of these. The meat in these games is always the complexity. That puzzle took too long. I'm confused. I have to backtrack. Like all of that, those notions, that's why these games exist at all. If you didn't have those things that made them pad out the time, you wouldn't play them.
In 93, this landed in a time that was good for me. It was before I was married, and I was still going to college, and I had I wouldn't say I had a lot of free time because I was doing a lot of studying, but when I did have time at night trying to settle down, Brian, you're overstimulated, as the kids say. Playing something like Return to Zork every Thursday, every Friday, dude, you just hammered away at it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You just load it up and you just hammer away on this kind of stuff. And that was fine, because you probably would feel cheated if you got through this thing too quickly. So, and there was there were some online resources, but not many. Not many, not in 93.
No.
So not like you think like we do now. So if I was playing this today, I'd definitely pick up a walkthrough, unless you're just...
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, unless you're just crazy.
No other way to do it, I think.
Yeah.
I also just think this is... Okay, we talked about it before, but I'm just going to reiterate this kind of problem that I have.
Yeah. Is it the goofiness?
No, it's that when we were presented with the underworld land of Zork, the kingdom, it was a lot more... Because your imagination had to do all the gap filling, and you had to world build with your brain...
Yeah.
None of this matches what I think of with Zork. Like, playing through this, I'm like, why is it even called Zork? Like, I'm honestly convinced that if you didn't put Zork on the box, no one knows this is Zork related.
Yeah, I mean, if you
some
knew
dialogue,
Zork,
I guess, but
absolutely. Well, if you knew, they didn't have to name it Zork, I guess. But I mean, if you knew the original lore and stuff,
I guess
you
so.
probably
but,
would get some. You would get something from it, but it's really not necessary because a lot of the things, like okay, if you describe a space farmer with a space cow, you know, you're going to have this really cool imagery in your head, and then you kind of play this, and it's not really a space cow, but it is, and they're like in this space trailer. And you're like with weird accents and stuff. Oh, the weird accents were just because they try to put like all these different people from different backgrounds, from different genres. It's like they just plucked people out of time from just every location in the world, every time frame of the world, and just kind of like put them in there and put them as neighbors. So there you go. Here's the weird blacksmith and from that era. Then we got like a weird farmer guy over here, and he's Irish, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it is definitely a hodgepodge of stuff that for some reason it works. It works for me.
no, people are fond of it. People like it. I
Yeah.
think the follow-ups, which we'll briefly talk about in a minute, but those are well reviewed and well liked. Nemesis and Grand Inquisitor were basically acknowledged as just being better at doing what this tried to do.
Yeah,
You know?
this stands out because of its very specific. I mean, there is such a very specific time frame in the early 90s that you could do this weird, almost gross out. We talked about it last week with Bad Mojo and just those early full motion videos where they were just trying to feel their way through. And when I say early, I mean early with this thing. Yeah, so I give it. I just give it one of those pass because even when I was looking like what else is like it, nothing.
There's not a lot
last
like
week.
it, yeah.
What else is like it? Nothing.
What's like it are the upcoming games that come later. Here's an example. This is Grand Inquisitor, just a little bit of video. They had some neat new ideas about how you looked around in the world, how you interacted with stuff. It was much more of a video game, it felt like, and less of an experiment.
Much more serious too.
Yeah.
I think there was any full motion. Very, very little full motion in this. Not nearly as many.
Not nearly as much, no.
Crazy.
Because the gimmick of that had run its course.
Yeah.
Like we were at the
I mean,
stage
there was
where-
no Dirk Benedict, Battlestar Galactica, and A-Team.
No.
There was no older brother from the Wonder Years with that bad wig.
Oh yeah, the Wonder Years kid. I forgot about him.
Yeah. Did you get any clips of his acting?
No, I should find it real quick. Let's see. I forgot all about that. Zork. No, what's it called? Return
Return to
to
Zork.
Zork. Wonder Years. Let's just see if we
Wonder
can find
Years,
it.
Yeah. I'm sure they got his little scene with his bad wig and everything else. Oh my gosh,
It's
I got
not
killed
him.
so many times.
Let's see.
Where they don't have him in there? Come on, where's he at?
Yeah, nobody's capped it individually.
Oh my
I should have
gosh,
done
that's
it.
impossible.
Yeah, I should have
That's
done it.
impossible.
I mean, you know.
But Blake Lively's mom, the Lively kids, you know those people,
Yeah,
right? Blake
yeah.
Lively and all those kids. Their mom is in this.
Where is Blake Lively? She's not in it. But just
Blake,
her mom.
not Blake Lively, just her mom. Blake
Okay.
Lively's mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
She has other kids too, but I know probably that's the name. But most people,
Do you think they would have a kid named Step Lively? You think that exists?
I don't know, but I went down a rabbit hole. I didn't mean to, but I was like, oh yeah, the Lively kids. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember her too. And like Robin Lively. Oh yeah, I forgot about that was all related. And I was like, oh yeah. And I was like trying to, you know how they'll list like people they were married to, like, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh okay, there's
Ryan
Miss
Reynolds
Lively.
and all that.
Well, yeah, but then I was like looking at the mom. I was like, oh, she was married to a Lively, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I saw she married another Lively, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, her first husband was a Lively,
Yeah.
and her second husband was. I was like, that ain't something. Wait, like I got to know more.
Someone's going to have an eyeball in the middle of the head.
Right, I was like, did she like marry the brother, or maybe she got married to the dad or an uncle or something? I was like, it's gonna be juicy.
Yeah.
No, it ends up that the next husband just did something that was unusual in our society, and he took her name.
Oh yeah,
to kind of fit in because he adopted her kids,
right.
and so they just they already had that established acting name and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, I should have done that. So, you know what? Scott Soanes is a cooler name than Johnson. Johnson's boring. Soanes with an S, like Jones with an S, is an amazing name.
Yeah.
And Scott Soanes, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
The hell was that? I could still do it.
It's not too late.
Never too late.
It's not too late.
Kim? Just kidding. I'll go talk to her.
But I was really hoping for a better story. But that was pretty good though. That was the best out of the stories, I think. But I was just so excited. I was like, "Ooh, look at some Jerry Springer stuff here."
Yeah,
she done married her cousin uncle. It's going to be great.
Her cousin uncle.
It's going to be great. I can't wait.
My dad is your brother. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that.
I was already prepared for it. It was like Return to Zork. I'm like, yeah, that sounds right. That that somebody would do that. By the way, the chat room says that the Wonder Years dude is Jason Hervey. H-E-R
Villichez.
Hervey, yeah, Hervey. So where's the X? I didn't actually get to the clip where he's in it, but I did watch the clips with him in it, with his weird wig and everything.
Yeah, he's very recognizable though, because he's the kid from.
His
he's
voice
the brother.
His voice is so. His attitude is so recognizable.
Who is this guy? So there's this dude in there. Here, let me find him. Here it is. It's this guy.
That's your sword? It's just so dirty when you brought it in, you just don't recognize it. Two Zork meds.
Two Zork meds.
So is that
that's currency.
I'm assuming I'm assuming that's the blacksmith.
It is.
There's all kinds of. There are some really. I find myself laughing a lot, just like I used to in Sierra games, like these weird characters. There's like a blind archer that you get into a contest with, and you think, oh, this is stupid, but he ends up being really good.
Found it. Oh wait.
Did you find him? Did you find him?
That was an ad. There it is.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, that's him. There it is.
Audio?
Let's
Kill my brother, trolls, but you won't kill me. I don't know what powers you possess, but you're no match for me.
Oh gosh.
They talk him in to go in shirtless with that little bone throw or whatever it is that he's got.
Didn't he have he had a hot minute on like all the Tiger Beat mags and all that?
Oh yeah. He was the Tiger Beat. He was the hotness.
People liked him. Yeah. You guys remember Tiger Beat in the chat? We should do a whole thing about Tiger Beat.
You know what? We should do Tiger. That might be a pre-show. We did we did collectible glasses.
I'm worried
today,
though.
Maybe Tiger Beat.
Yeah, aren't you worried though? That's like we're gonna find out some dirty dark secret on Tiger Beat. Like, they were molesting all those guys.
I assume that was the fact. I mean, it's only when you get those disconnected things, like when America's Dad is, rape drugging people, then that's unsettling. Tiger Beat, no, I'd be like, oh, that sounds about right.
That sounds like what I expected.
That sounds about, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah. The Cosby thing, I still can't get over it. I still have not come to full grips with it.
Yeah. It was
you guys
tough.
don't understand. We would memorize his albums. He was
oh gosh,
a hero to a whole generation.
I recited every bit of it. I would recite the chocolate cake song all
Bring us the chocolate cake. That is great. Yeah, that stuff was burned into me. So crazy.
Yeah. So don't just don't have heroes, I guess is the
Kevin in the chat says, I didn't have a sister, so I never read Tiger Beat. Yeah, it's not like I had it. I didn't have it around either. My sisters, I had 3 sisters, but I don't think any of them were into that. Yeah. They're also a lot younger than me. The closest one to me would have been 3 years. And my sister, Wendy's 6 years younger than me. She was into ponies and shit like that.
She was into ponies and shit.
Yep,
oh my god.
Into the ponies and shit.
So
yeah, and Fat Albert, dude. I love that cartoon.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, can't even son of a. Anyway, Return to Zork. Also made it to the PS1 and the Sega Saturn. And if I had had just another 30 minutes, I might have tried to launch this on my Sega Saturn. I was interested because I originally launched this on my Mr. FPGA for using my DOS that I had installed on there, but I couldn't get the mouse support to work. So I spent like, it's early DOS. This is DOS stuff, right? So I fiddled around, couldn't do it, couldn't figure it out. So eventually I said, fine. And I went and picked it up off Steam.
How How's it run there?
I ran it in DOSBox, of course. The same thing as always, Scott.
I know.
It doesn't work right out of the DOSBox.
Nope,
so
nothing works right out of the DOS box.
So I had to fiddle fart around with that one. And so, but it didn't take too terribly long for me to get it figured out, because it was good, because I got stuck on so many puzzles. I was just constantly getting killed. There's like a half a bridge that I must have went over like 5 times before I was like, oh,
yeah.
I probably shouldn't go over that half bridge.
Yeah.
That I keep going over and dying. There's a guy in the lighthouse. By the way, I like to make up stories in my head. And I feel like that when they developed this game, that they, on some of them, I think they just recorded a whole bunch of dialogue from characters, and then were planning on chopping them up later, and then they just didn't do it, because there's sometimes when you'll go to not sometimes, there's a lot of times when you'll encounter a character in the game, and they'll give you a dialogue dump, and it's just like, I'm like, are you trying to confuse me? Did you forget to edit it? As a matter of fact, I thought the game might even been broken. I was like, oh, he's just saying that. It's like, it's not breaking where it's
to me, that's
to.
part. It's also part of the pacing issue I had. Like, everything felt either too quick or too long.
Right.
And these people that are beating the game in 9 minutes on speedrun.com, 9 minutes. I'd be lucky if I'd solve a puzzle in 9 minutes.
I didn't solve. I was on that. So you get dropped in. So okay, do we even mention your character? You are a sweepstakes winner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so that's
like
how
you won a contest or whatever.
Yeah. How the whole thing kicks off, and you start off, and you get that king wizard orb guy at the very beginning, who's kind of drops a little bit of information in your lap about needing batteries, and eventually you'll have to feed those batteries through that orb that's in your inventory. But when I started, there was a bunch of buzzards, and apparently it's an homage to something that was in the original Zork. But I was just gonna rip a weed up that I saw on the ground. But apparently, if you do that, you're gonna have a lot of trouble. The very first screen, if you do it wrong,
you could bork the game. Yeah.
You could bork the whole freaking end game.
Yep.
And I'm like, you son of a butthole.
Yep.
So even saving early on was like, I could have a bad save. I could be, branching down through a bad save all the way through. So punishing, just like a Sierra game in that way. But I finally did I had some help in the chat room, and they were like, "Oh, don't do that."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What? You don't yank it out?" Yeah. You gotta dig it out.
Yeah. Basically, here's how they describe it. The game-breaking decision happens early in an opening scene. Sources describe it more vaguely. It's an it
seems inconsequential.
Inconsequential is the word. They spelled it wrong on this website. Anyway.
Nice. Yeah.
Early choice that only becomes obviously catastrophic at the very end.
Yeah.
The alcohol angle is the most famous version of this. Worth softening, or what? Worth softening too early in the game. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Anyway, the point is, you could have effed your whole deal in the first few minutes.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I guess that's supposed to be a feature, though. Once again, they kind of lean heavy on the hey, but we're like an adventure game, man.
Yeah.
You just that's the joy of it. Starting all over again.
Yeah, F that.
is the joy. But I do like the kill screens were maybe some of my most favorite things in this game. And it kind of almost reminds me of when even though it seems punishing, it's also kind of fun. You know how in like World of Warcraft you die and you have to go to the graveyard and you get a choice of, running back to your body and all that kind of stuff. We don't do that here, but you do die and you kind of go in this little area and there's like this pane of glass with like a mural of how you died. And so sometimes you may be confused as how you died. It tells you how you died so that you can hopefully fix it the next time around. But then it gives you the option to exit out or continue, load back your game, which is always disappointing if you realize you haven't saved in a while.
Yeah.
But I did that a couple of times.
Well, that's because the game hates you. Game hates you.
You also have to be careful of stuff like, there's a bunch of stuff that I messed up on, like sticking rats in my pocket. Don't do that.
Nope. Don't do it.
And like we said, also you can forget that you don't have light sources. I died by Gru so many times because I just wouldn't think about it. I'd be like, just walk into a cave and no light source. Just walk right in there and I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, there it is.
Anyway, I had a lot of fun with Return to Zork.
Yeah. No, Return to Zork is worth checking out. Again, look up a guide. Just have the fun that's there. Don't kill yourself.
Yeah, I think guides are good.
In this case, yes.
Yeah, I think lots of times we've kind of lost the art of a hint guide, where it's like we've talked about it here on the show before, but it kind of has escalating amounts of information in the hints. It's like, okay, we're going to give you this kind of vague hint. You still want more hints, because if we can give you the answer in step 4, but we're going to give you a few chances to try to figure it out yourself.
That's an art.
I really like that. Yeah, it is really an art.
Yeah, it's an art. Nobody's good at it, I'm afraid.
Not anymore.
No, used to be a bigger deal. Now the games themselves do it. They'll tend to give you you can burn 6 of these hints, but you better not burn them all, or else you're going to be out of hint. There's stuff like that.
Yeah, do you like that?
We got a game we made ourselves, guys. It's called Guess My Game. We're going to play it now. And here's how it works. We play audio from an old-ass game, and we have to tell each other what the platform and year is, and then you have 4 possible answers. It's really simple as that. And then we keep a score, but not really. If Brian gets it wrong, next week I'll have forgotten. This is consequenceless.
It's consequent.
So,
we really need to up the stakes.
We really need to. You know what? A plushie of D. Forrest Kelly is on the line today.
That's it.
Let's try this. I got some audio for you. This is going to be from the Sega Genesis to be specific.
That's one of my favorite Sega Genesis.
It's not the band. It's not like Phil Collins did it, but actual Sega.
Right.
And this is from 1994, a year after what we're talking about here.
Oh, very good.
So let's see how we do with this audio.
Give me some FM audio. It's kicks.
There's a couple of examples of some level audio. Here's some more. All right, you get the idea. Here is your potential answers. A, Stargate. B, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. C, Ranger X. Or D, Batman, Revenge of the Joker.
Revenge of the Joker?
Mm-hmm.
All right, those sound like pew pew pews. I don't think Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would be pew pew pew. And Stargate, sometimes. Ranger X, I know nothing about Ranger X. 0. Feels like Batman Revenge of the Joker would have more laughing.
Even with that Genesis sound chip, eh?
Right. Taking B off the board. I'm gonna a Stargate. Give me the Stargate.
You think it's Stargate?
That was what I felt like first, because it felt kind of, even before the shooting started, it kind of reminded me of that. And then they got those, they got the little Uzi thing that they got in the show.
Yeah.
I think that's
it.
Stargate.
Okay. You're fine. You're sure that's your final answer?
Not now. Okay. Yeah. Stargate. Yes.
Okay.
Totally.
Here goes.
Right.
Is it Stargate? It is Stargate. Nicely done. You did it. That game's better than you think. It's actually a pretty good game.
Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Is that based on the movie or the shortly thereafter TV series?
Movie. TV show came pretty much, well, when was the TV show? 95, 96 or something?
Yeah, right after that.
Yeah, maybe a year or two is all. But 94 was that movie, and so was the game. And it was pretty good.
I can't think of, I try to think of anything this so divisive between fans, because I remember when the movie came out.
I hate the movie.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the movie, but there's a few people who liked the movie. I was like, yeah, I really like the idea. And then the TV show come out, and I mean, people love the TV show.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the show.
Yeah.
Do not like the movie at all.
Yeah.
Not a fan. But I do like, and I like the follow-up series was great. I loved Atlantis.
I loved Atlantis.
We got our first Momoa in there, yeah. First time I did anything. Anything notable. And then
recognizable, yeah.
They tried to do it again with, I forgot what it was called, and it wasn't very good. They tried to BSG it up, and it didn't really work.
Yeah.
And then the next, they're working on one now. There's like a reboot, something. I don't know what it's set in, but I'm all in, man. Oh yeah, it was called Stargate Universe is the one that I didn't like.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But
you didn't like Universe, yeah.
I could watch SG1 and roll right into Atlantis like right this second.
Yes, it's so good.
I put it up there near Star Trek Love. I love it.
It really is. It's such a procedural show too, so it's just like, but it has like these larger arcs, so I really like it.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff.
Comfort food.
Yeah, for sure. D Forrest Kelly. All right, let's move on. Brian, you got a thing here. Tell me about my platform and year to be pondering.
Yeah, I was looking around in MS-DOS anyway, so I said, why not do something from 1991?
Ooh, let's find out. Oh, wait, what was DOS? All right, here we go. Where is yours? Right here.
Ready. MS-DOS.
Oh, my Lord. Can I tell you, I hate that sound? That's a horrible sound.
Yeah, it's terrible. I love it.
It's almost over.
Get ready.
I don't know what to make of this. A really weird mix. Okay, what are my options?
Hey, it's 1991, and you're playing either A, Sliders, B, Master Blazer, C, Cunning Football, D, Speedball 2, Brutal Deluxe.
Oh, man. Let me hear this. And this guy at the beginning. Let's hear him again at the very beginning here. Here we go.
Ready.
Okay, just ready. Master Blazer.
Master Blazer!
Cunning football. I don't think it's Sliders. Because that sounds like a TV show. I don't think that's it. Cunning. So we'll take A off the board. I don't think it's Speedball Brutal Deluxe either.
Brutal Deluxe!
I'm gonna say whatever Master Blazer is. I'm gonna say that. B.
Master Blazer!
Yeah.
Going with B.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if the answer is B. Let me look at the card. Oh no.
Damn it.
It's D. It's that Speedball.
Really?
Brutal Deluxe.
Well, it had the sports guy. I should have gone for that.
Yeah.
What was I
it's
thinking?
it's Speedball, not Speedball 1, but Speedball 2, Brutal Deluxe, which you could play on your Amiga. It was on every freaking thing.
What's Cunning Football? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that one is either. All I saw was it was like a action game in 91 on MS-DOS. And I think this is a football game, but it was kind of actiony.
Let's see if I can find this. Is there a video of this at all? Hold on. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Cunning Football Champ. That's not it. That's too fancy.
That's too fancy.
I can't find it.
That might be it. Is that not it?
No, that was an arcade game.
Okay.
Yeah, there ain't no cunning football.
Here's the one that Cass Cunningham Cunning Football. Hold on a second.
Cass Cunningham?
Cass Cunningham.
Oh, I spelled it cunning or canning.
Canning. Yeah, that's not right. You'll never find it that way.
Hold on.
There's one of them. I don't know if that's the same system as the other one because it's on a couple of platforms.
There's so many weird offshoot football games back in the day.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking this up. Okay. Here we go.
Chiefs head coach.
Oh, one of these DOS games. Okay, let me skip ahead here.
Guess what? You got a computer speaker.
Oh, letters for players. I love it.
Yes.
You got a kicker. You got a. What are these guys? What are B's? Blockers, I guess.
Block. Yeah.
Or maybe that's. I don't know what that means. But tight ends.
I mean, it's no Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe, but I mean, all right, it's fine.
Oh, that's really funny. This is the kind of game my dad would have just never put down if we'd have had it.
Yeah. Yep.
Love this kind of stuff.
Love it.
Well done. You whooped me today. So let's celebrate your win by diving into this. Time to welcome a new game to Retro, Star Wars Empire at War. That was February 16th, 2006. It was a real-time strategy game. If I remember right, this was sort of 3D, right? Yeah, it was. I need a link here. Let's see. Where is it? want to look at this. If it's the one I'm thinking of, because there was the one that was based on the Age of Empires 2 engine.
Yeah.
I don't think that's this.
I'm trying to remember. I was looking at this one. Hopefully, is later this year because it's 2006, baby.
Was it good though?
20 years. It was so good that people still do stuff with it.
Okay, this is what I thought it was. This is the one where it's mostly space, I think. Yeah. Is there anything on land? Oh, there is some land.
Land.
Yeah, it was an attempt at a 3D thing, and there it is. You get that AT-AT up there upstairs.
Yep,
sorry, everybody, if you can see it. Yeah, this was all right. I played this.
Yeah.
It was okay. I had a time with it.
Yeah.
It reminded me of what's the one with all you can have millions of units.
Guess
Total
what?
Annihilation. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. Guess what the people over on the Steam think about Star Wars Empire at War.
What do they
It's
think?
overwhelmingly positive.
Oh, well, they might be
people love it,
wrong,
apparently.
but whatever. It's fine. You know what? I just had a soft spot for that Age of Empires based one.
Yeah.
I thought Ensemble or whoever worked on it did just a great job. So
This is pretty cool. This is one that I've looked at before that I wanted to play. I just never have gotten around to it. It definitely feels like you're playing. Definitely feels like you're playing like little miniatures and stuff.
it still looks pretty good too.
It looks excellent. Is that the gold one? The gold pack and stuff. All the updates and
Yeah,
stuff.
it looks like it's gold
Probably.
pack, and you've got the way I kind of like this in some RTSs. Dawn of War 2 did this where the units are squads, not individual units.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Sort of a fan of that. Welcome to Retro, that game, Star Wars
You're
Empire
20 years
War.
old.
That's
Good
right.
job.
Now you are super old. Oh, I forgot to play this again.
This is just a guess. We'll have to verify it ourselves.
Our game theme, I forget to play.
That's right. The new one. That's
like
right.
a dipshit. All right, here's
that's okay.
here's your emails. Oh, this is actually a call. No, this is a text. It says call, but it's text. This is a text from Chris. All right?
Chris.
Here's what Chris says. He went to voicecast.app/playretro to send this. He says, I'm getting back into some sweet PS2 action.
Oh, yeah.
Come to my house and play PS2.
PS2
Smoke
and-
weed. Or whatever he says.
Yeah, that's right. Friends.
This is so good. Anyway, back into some sweet PS2 action. Wanted to ask what would be some good games to start back with. I picked up things like Kingdom Hearts, Dark Cloud 2, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. But what are your must-haves? All right, for me, you must add to this list Burnout 3 Takedown. If you are not playing Burnout 3, you are doing it wrong. I would play that. I would also get The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh, classic. I got that one.
Now, these aren't exclusives, obviously, but
Right.
I will give you one
That is.
exclusive, and that would be ICO. I think I've always said ICO. It may just be ICO. I've never known this for sure. Never looked it up. Never bothered to
I've
check.
always said ICO as well. So if you're wrong, I'm wrong.
ICO's
whatever.
awesome.
Yeah.
If that's not what it's called.
ICO.
Chat says Tony Hawk games. Sure, I'd get Tony Hawk 2 or 3. Those are my. I think those are my. NHL Blitz 2000. Ooh, dude.
Yes.
Never has there been a better hockey game, like arcade-focused hockey game in the history of hockey. And the fact that that is a dead franchise now and hasn't been made since 2003 is an effing joke.
A joke.
Anyway, play that.
I'm gonna go with Okami. You got to have that one. That is where it started. It. You got to get that one.
That was a
Delicious.
GameCube thing, though.
No, it originally released on the PS2.
Oh.
I think it did make it to the GameCube, if I'm not mistaken.
All
Is
right.
that right? It made it to a bunch of platforms. Later,
I might be
but
thinking of a different game.
PS2 for sure. God of War. Got to have some God of War on your PlayStation. Come on, and please PlayStation 2. Why not? And something that it keeps popping up in my my feed all the time lately is people are apparently feeling nostalgia for Bully. I never played that
Bully's
one. But
awesome.
It was always one that I wanted to play.
I wish they would make a new Bully. They're never going to do it, but it's so good.
Maybe we should bully them.
We may want to
make
cover that one day. That's a good one.
I think absolutely. And just because there's a Futurama game for the PS2, and it's dumb, but it's comfort food. And if you like Futurama, it's It's just so much of the old Futurama stuff. I'm finally getting around to watching this most recent season that aired last year. I just started watching it. Man, they haven't missed a
No, they don't screw around, man.
No, but
I love that series so freaking much.
Yeah.
Don't do this though. Don't go from a middle season, like older season. Don't go from one of those, like season 4 or 5 or something, and then jump to one of the new ones. And not because the content's not good. It is. They haven't missed a step, like you said. But everybody's starting to sound old.
Yeah.
And so Billy West is kind of, I mean, he's in his 70s. It's fine.
Old. Right.
But it's a little rough, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. If you watch it in order, you won't notice very much, especially if you watch those movies in between too.
Yeah.
Like, man, you'll feel like you didn't miss a thing.
Oh, a couple more. Devil May Cry, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, amazing. God of War 2, incredible. Shadow of the Colossus, so good.
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus is so good. So, PS2 is got the largest library of just they just kept feeding that thing, man. They just kept putting games out for it. But all the games I mentioned, for the most part, were late in life releases, which means they were really taking advantage of the hardware, and those were mature games that in development, not in content necessarily.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the GTA
I always like
really good.
always like late in life releases on consoles.
I do
They're
too, because they really
always
starting to bleed the goods out and get the best out of the machines. Here's the thing, though. That device continues to be one of the hardest to emulate.
That's the reason
consoles in history.
That's the reason why I have 2 PS2s. Come on, we're gonna play my 2 PS. I actually got 3 PS2s.
Do 3 PS2s make 6? No.
Yeah, it's their cubed. I got PS2 cubed.
You've got a PS6. You have a PS6. Yeah.
And I got hard drives in these things and all kinds of stuff, so that I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do nothing.
Not to mention all the Final Fantasy stuff on there is great. It's just a great.
Yep. I got some Final Fantasy.
Hell of a run,
there.
that thing.
Yep.
Hell of a run.
So good.
Well, there you go. It's really too bad because you had all this new competition. Sega, Dreamcast, everybody else. They're all coming out with these devices that were going to be, going to show Sony the PS1 was a short-lived success, and it just didn't happen. PS2 just kicked everybody's ass. Just kicked it. It changed Nintendo's plan. Nintendo went, I think we're going to go a different way.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we should make something cube shaped.
We're gonna focus. Well, no, I mean the Cube was meant to. It was a direct competitor to the PS2, and it did not succeed at leading that generation. That was a generation where they said, you know what we're gonna do instead? We're gonna do weird shit next. We're gonna make waggly controllers and essentially the same damn hardware. So games on the Wii are gonna look just like PS or GameCube games.
That's true. Yeah.
And then they were like, that's how it is from now on. We're never gonna be the hot, most powerful device. We're going to lean into what makes
we're never going to be the cool kids.
Yeah, we're going to lean into what makes Nintendo special, and they did that.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of beef to give them for that. I actually think it was the right move, but it was a weird time. Weird time.
Yeah, it was.
And Microsoft's like, we might be able to do it in the 3rd generation, and they did for a hot minute.
Yeah.
They got it done with the 360, and then
look at us,
and then they didn't.
And then,
And then they kind of did. And now they sort of did. And then they're not again. They're a mess right now. Kind of a mess. I mean, don't get me wrong. The GameCube had amazing games. So did the Xbox. I'm just saying the PS2 was an unstoppable juggernaut.
2 of my most favorite consoles is the GameCube. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of titles, but I love that stupid GameCube controller.
Yep, loved it.
And I love... Oh, I don't know, man. Just
where else were you going to play Wind Waker? Nowhere's where. That game is a freaking all-time classic. There are games on that device. What was it? Double Dash was the kart game. I love Double Dash.
Yep. I can fire up Luigi's Mansion anytime and play it to completion a weekend and be just ecstatic.
Mario. Always looking for his brother. Little
Mario.
Yeah.
It's all in my head.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Did you know they have a remake of that on the Switch? It's all up
I have it.
Stuff.
You
got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, I think I don't know if physically have it because I think I let Ethan borrow it. But yeah, I have it. And then the
never let
arcade
you-
one too.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the arcade one?
I
Was it the arcade?
saw it, never played it.
Andrew,
there.
Andrew forked over a ton of money to get through the whole thing.
He beat the arcade version.
Beat it.
Those are
you
not
pay-
designed to beat. They're designed to suck quarters out of your pocket or tokens.
That's the idea. That was the idea. It was like he just kept feeding money into it. Just continue.
Yeah.
He got it done though. He got it done.
He got
son.
it done like a good boy. All right, let's move on. We got. Did I read his thing? We did. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Keep your messages incoming. We love it. Our next discussion and/or game will be.
Oh, this will be our last one too. I think, right? Because I think the end of the month will be over before we.
Yeah, he means
Do
our
something like
last
that.
full motion video game, not
It's
our
over.
last
It's
episode.
done.
Yeah,
Suck it.
we're doing
February the 25th.
Star Trek Borg from 1996.
One I never played, but I've been watching some Star Trek lately, and I want more.
Borg.
Give me more,
Dude, I played this
Borg.
game. I loved this game. I think I may have been in a rarefied space of people who loved it. I think it was controversial, but I thought Star Trek Borg was rad and a high point of my 1996 gaming. So
Out of full
We're doing
motion
it.
video games, it rates pretty high.
it rates pretty high. It does okay. The big question is, will it hold up? And we'll find out.
Yeah.
So that's next week. We finish out our
1996,
stuff.
How many years is that? That's a lot. That's
20
30 years.
Is
God.
that 30 years? Holy
right?
shit. Yeah, because my daughter's 28. She was born in 97.
Yeah. Look at
31 years?
that. No, 30 years is 2006, right? Is that right?
2026.
2026.
Yeah. No, you're
You
right.
know what I
That's
meant.
right. That's right. 20 back to 06. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
You're totally correct. Anyway, we're going to be talking about it. It's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. Also, I'd like to thank some folks at Patreon, specifically one brand new guy.
Oh, look at you, shiny.
He's a shiny new man, and his name is Michael Gares. And he joined us just recently here. Brand new, awesome guy. Why is he so awesome? Because he's going to take advantage of a couple of things. One, no ads or commercials on this show ever again. He'll just get it ad-free. Oh, what a feeling. You also get pre-show content every week. We did a big old collectible glass thing from our youth.
Oh, that was so good.
That was fun. That was our pre-show. That we do pre-shows are a lot bigger deal on this show, so you want to get in on those. And then other monthly benefits. Sign up today. Go to patreon.com/playretro and be a part of the larger family. Yeah.
Do you think we should take Michael Gares out of the package?
I think we
It's just
should.
so new.
He's mint in box still.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's fine. He's got a 9.8 rating from the whatever. board and plastic.
I
whatever they
hate
say.
those things.
I know, I don't like
hate
them either.
grading stuff.
Not a fan either. I think that's going to do it for us. Play Retro is found very easily on the internet, the World Wide Web, at frogpants.com/playretro. And we have a big booming Discord. Hop into that. All the links are there, all the ways to contact us. Everything you're going to need to know right there in front of your freaking face. Brian, do you have anything to add before we go?
Vic Forth.
Vic Forth, everybody.
Vic Forth.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Want some rye?
Of course you do.
do.
Of course you do.